All right, here we are. The band announcement for December 16th that we've all been looking forward to. Um, my initial thought is that it is. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, big. I mean, it could have been a bigger day. I'm definitely jealous of Modern right now. Um, you know, so Legacy they went with two bannings, which were like the ones that everyone sort of knew slash very much thought would be banned. Uh, So let's read through this, see the reasoning, and sort of why I'm a little upset about it. Um, I do like some of the things they said, but let's just go through it. The last announcement, we banned Grief to curb the dominance of the mirror animator. We achieved this to some degree, not quite the extent we were hoping for. No shit. Oh my god. The mirror saying at double the play rate of the most played strategies, maintain a strong weight. We believe more action is needed. Like a frog plays extremely well. The general shell of the reanimator strategy, providing a threat that must be answered while also giving you value drawing your expensive reanimation targets. The Demi Reanimator deck has been able to circumvent anti-graveyard technology by having an extremely efficient and fair game plan. Reanimator is good for legacy, but it should be a little bit weak, you know. Additionally, Psychic Frog narrows the range. You're all blue-black. No reason to play red-black anymore. Same effect seen in Demir Murktide. It seems like they just copied that term from Modern. No one says that in Legacy. Psychic Frog is strong enough to prevent folks from adding white, red, or green. I mean, that's very much true. The increased diversity, Psychic Frog is banned. Um, yeah, okay. So again, this probably isn't enough, right? So let's read one more paragraph. In addition to discussing Psychic Frog, we also know that some cards we could ban to reduce the strength of Reanimator, specifically Entomb and Reanimate. So they did talk about the two cards that are quote unquote people are the new pillar every day. So someone says that these are pillars. I believe Reanimator as an archetype is a pillar of Legacy, but I don't believe any specific card to it is. It is our belief that removing would not solve the issue of Demir Reanimator having a solid, fair game plan, as the deck leans on the threat of Psychic Frog when folks are packing Graveyard Hate. Also, it is possible that removal of either Entomb or Reanimate it could be too strong by removing the metagame completely. Okay, so something that is irritating to me. They're going to switch. We're going to talk about other Vexing Bauble next. So something that's irritated here is one, they're only talking about Psychic Frog in Reanimator, and they mentioned it quickly in quote unquote Murktide, which is whatever, just blue black tempo, that it just wins all combat, right? Like it's a 2 minute thing that can always win combat, and the card was just absolutely stupid. Um, it was like Dreadheart Arcanist, where if it goes in, and it also cantrips, so it was just miserable, like a fly, everything about it. Like they're not mentioning anything else. Like it's just good, a good fair card. Like there's a lot of reasons why it was a good fair card. This card obviously should have won. They mentioned Entomb and Reanimate being talked about, right? They mentioned Entomb and Reanimate being talked about, which is cool. I'm glad they're at least conversing about these cards. But the fact is, they're like, we don't want to ban these two. We think it'll hurt it too much, and we don't want to go overboard. Like, all right, well, why don't you think of another card, like fucking Troll of Khazad-dûm? Troll of Khazad-dûm lets them keep one land hands, including hand with like a wasteland. They can have a wasteland, cycle wasteland for Troll, untap wasteland you, and then use the swamp they got to reanimate Troll. Like, there's no tempo loss. It's colorless to use. I know it's a weird card to have banned, but yeah, days. I mean, we all know. We're not gonna get into days, but Troll of Khazad-dûm should be like it wasn't even mentioned, which is so frustrating because it's like it's just a card when you play Legacy, you like and you just lose to this turn two. Yeah, like you said, Days protected 6/5, and it's just fucking brutal. Um, so I wish they had done more here. Like I really think Troll could have gone like very easily. It's not a staple, and it doesn't kill. Banning Troll of our Khazad-dûm isn't going to kill the archetype, but it's really irritating. One of the pillars of Legacy is free counter magic as part of glue that holds the format together. Yeah, proactive game plan, blah blah blah. Mystic Force combo, Pain, or other ancient tomb decks have Vexing Bauble, which means that Force of Will, Force Negation, none of these cards do shit. So it has to be banned because it is stopping. Yeah, Unblockable 6/5. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And yeah, thank you, chump block it, And yeah, so Vexing Bauble everyone knew was bullshit. It was a 1 mana defense grid. That's where yeah, I heard Phil even say, yeah, when you think about it, it's like it makes Force of Will cost 5 mana instead of 3 mana with defense grid. And because of the new lands that we have, you can go turn 1 Planar Nexus or Urza's Tower on Vexing Bauble, and then turn 2 play the other one and have 4 mana for your bomb. Whereas, like, if you had Ancient Tomb, you'd have to go like Ancient Tomb exactly, to be able to go, and then Ancient Tomb or, regular land, Grim Monolith or something to get to their 4-drop. So, I understand banning Vexing Bauble, okay, Vexing Bauble, but they don't mention anything about anything else in this deck. So they think that just stopping this will stop the deck. I don't think it will. I think they should have gotten rid of Kozilek's Command. Kozilek's Command giving Dig... Like, Kozilek's Command is giving a color stack with no downside, right? Because everything is color symbols. It's giving them removal for your collector, for ways that you want to interact. Interaction for graveyard strategies. Mana ramp. And fucking card selection. like, and you get the big 2 of them. It's just, with no downside. It's just the card is cracked. I think it's still going to be like so dominating. It's going to be a real pain in the ass. So I really wish they went after it a little bit more. And then this and it's instant, right? It's an instant for some reason. And this is the one that really pissed me off. Fucking Nadu. Like just listen to their reasoning. With Psychic Frog and Vexing Bauble, several top decks will need to change. In recent success of Nadu variants, we're keeping a close eye on Nadu, but we believe these changes will. And they left Sapphire Breakfast and banned Greenstone's units, but not even the Court of Calling one that Bailey won the Eternal Weekend with, or the one that I said was the best. Not even mentioning that. And ironically, that deck is so good. Look, right here. Free counter magic is good. The deck plays Delighted Halfling and Allosaurus Shepherd. Which stop the free counter magic. Like, so it's they admitted it's a design mistake. You can't 1-for-1 it in any way, shape, or form. And it's just it's the most frustrating card to deal with. And one of the most irritating things about this, right? This card is so premier at 3 mana. I genuinely think you are wrong to register like a Knight of the Reliquary. Right? Like it's soft, like this card being legal soft bans a lot of cards and strategies. There's no reason to play fucking Maverick when you could play like the same shell and just have Nadu and win the game instantly. Instead of Mother and Rune's Knight of the Reliquary, I'm gonna play Nomad Encore and Nadu Winged Wisdom, which also buffs Cephalid Breakfast like crazy, right? Because they literally, it was like the perfect combo to have Nadu, go where your Nomads Encore and Shuko already are. So you have one infinite combo with your graveyard and another one infinite value with Nadu. Just so irritating. So obviously I am happy that they banned Psychic Frog and Vexing Bauble. I just wish they didn't even mention Troll of Khazad-dûm, which could have been an easy ban for them. Didn't mention Kozilek's Command, which is just a dumb card for so many reasons. And a card that's printed for Commander and got banned in Commander and won Eternal Weekend and is miserable for literal just tabletop gameplay. Right? It's just, you have to sit there also. Like, that's just like the icing on the cake is you have to be an asshole that just sits there and lets them do it. Super, super annoying. But yeah. And that's what I want to go to next, is that Modern, the best deck, had 3 cards banned. It had Gigantha, Amped, and the One Ring, all played in Boros Energy banned. Like, that's amazing. Like that, and someone just trophied with it today, right? Like the deck is still cracked. Like, but it won't be that 60% meta share, whatever it was. Like, it's just ridiculous. And the unbannings are dope. Mox Elbow, Green Sun, Looting, and Splinter Twin. And guess what? If the unbans don't work out, you just ban the card again. You just ban it again. You know what I mean? Like you just ban the fucking card. I'm not gonna read all this. They wrote a ton, which is really, really cool. Like, it's good that they're doing that. But they banned some cards, and that's awesome. I would love for Legacy to unban cards like Mana Drain or Mind Twist or Frantic Search, and just see what happens. And if something bad happens, you ban it. If it becomes miserable for everyone, you ban it. If everyone starts going darker at Mind Twist, and your meta is 30% that, then yeah, you just ban it again. Okay, that was we tried, it didn't work. But yeah, so hopefully this is a test one for unban. But the thing is, like, even though if it's a test for unbanning, it's like they could have just banned more from the best deck. And that's the point, is that like they banned Amped Raptor. They had several options from Energy to pick, and they picked Amped Raptor. They went to Reanimator and just saw. Did they look at the deck and only see Psychic Frog, Entomb, and Reanimate? Is that the only cards that they actually looked at? They look at how people win games of Magic when they're playing that deck. But then it's very easy. You can see other cards. So I'm a little frustrated. I'm happy, but I'm frustrated. This is like the absolute bare minimum that like kept me from continuing to play. Because if they didn't, I just would have not played anymore. I probably would have played Modern. Modern looks fucking sweet right now. But like I probably just stayed away from Legacy. But because of this, I will try a little bit to see if I'm wrong. I'll try to see if I'm wrong. Maybe yeah, Eldrazi didn't do that one thing. They like it's just crazy. Because the thing is, it's like Eldrazi is not over. When I say Eldrazi, like to me, it's like the big card is Kozilek's Command. The card is just ridiculous with Eye of Ugin, ridiculous without Eye of Ugin. Like again, sowing Miko Spawn was a reach, I know, but I just hope that the meta doesn't turn to shit. So my feeling is, let's look up Goldfish. It always goes to my name for. Let's go to Goldfish real quick and just look at Legacy. My prediction for. Yeah, I know, it's so frustrating. All right, so here's my prediction. These decks are still going to be in the top 5. Well, all right, so Dimir Reanimator is going to be a top 5 deck still. Mystic Forge is going to be a top 5 deck still. Red Stompy will probably drop. I think Oops can be a top 5 deck. Oops is absolutely fantastic. So when I say blue-black, I think tempo decks in general, I don't think they'll be as heavily, which is good. I don't think it should be as heavy Dimir anymore. It gives you a reason just to try something else, where there was no reason to try anything else before. So I do hope that people try other, tempo strategies and not just blue-black. I'm glad it's, it'll still survive. I know you just trophied with it, Arkin, and I think people will do okay with it, but I would like people just to play something else. You know what I mean? So you have your tempo deck, your Reanimate, your Mystic Forge, Oops All Spells, and Nadu. Obviously, this number, look, I have no idea why Nadu is so low, aside from it being miserable to play, aside from all the clicks. This percent should be infinitely higher. Oops is a little tricky, but once you get that down, it's pretty easy. But it's wild to me that Nadu is not higher. I have no idea why that's the case. I just don't understand. Like, the first time I ever picked, I picked it up the first time, trophied with Court of Calling 2 months ago, and said that it was absolutely stupid and should be banned. That was 2 months ago. Like, and then people have still, done well with it, and just, yeah.